Hi everybody, welcome back if you're visiting again to Jimmy's Neighborhood Bees. I'm Jimmy, keeping bees in a regular neighborhood, Central Virginia. Houses all around, we have no fence, we're not cordoned off. However, yeah, showing you that you can keep bees in a regular backyard. We have right now, well, something new, but we have 3 hives, or 3 colonies I should say. That's a change. That's different. So what I'm going to do is read today's fortune and then tell you how I acquired that and take a look at it. So today's fortune is, okay. It says, your dream will come true when you least expect it. Is that the one? Your dream will come true when you least expect it. It says your dreams will come true when you least expect it. Now, I can't remember if I did that one already, so I'm going to do another one. But that's self-explanatory anyway. This one says, angels are among us. When you find them, cherish their presence every day. So that's something I believe. They're good people out there. And when you find those good people, you know, let them know and cherish them. Anyway, you can see my smoker's lit. I have a deep nuke box here with 5 frames. They're undrawn, all undrawn. I got a copper top. This is for an 8 frame Langstroth setup. However, I don't have any 8 frame stuff, but I'll explain that later. Now let me tell you what's going on, what happened. One of my viewers doesn't want to be named, doesn't want to be mentioned, doesn't want to take credit, doesn't want anything to do with being, you know, publicized or anything like that. So I'm going to respect that. He watched my videos and I was telling him, you know, and I was talking about having a resource nuke. And I thought I was going to be able to take a couple of frames from my yellow hive of brood and put it into a nuke, a 5 frame nuke box, and bring in a mated queen. Well, a couple of things fell through. The mated queens from Greg Burns, Nature's Image Farms, they were sold out when I went to go make an order. So I couldn't get a mated queen from him. However, there was let's say a regional queen breeder here in Virginia. He's about an hour away. I'll say that, about an hour away from me. He contacted me and said, hey, I got a queen if you want it. So I asked him, you know, how much? And he's like, no, just, you know, it's a queen. I said, well, I'm not really ready because I don't have the bees, enough bees and brood and things like that to support that queen. I had just got the 2 frames for the farmhouse. And he says that he has them in 3 frame breeding nukes or whatever. I don't know how it works, but he had 3 frames. They're deeps. Well, 2 were deep, 1 was a medium, but the bees built out the comb to make it a deep. And he said, just come and get all of that. Just bring a box and come and get that. And so I drove an hour and picked up 3 frames, 2 deep and a medium with extra comb under the bottom and a mated laying queen. So basically it's like a 3 frame nuke. I put it in my XL NUC box with the 2 Hive Gate entrance that I made, and let me puff this. I put it in that nuke box along with 2 XL frames that I had. I kept the 3 frames together and put the 2 XLs that I have on the outside. It's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So this is going to be my first time opening it up. I'm going to call it the copper top nuke because I'm going to use this 8 frame copper top. It's insulated. I won this at one of my Bee Club door prizes. Nobody else was doing 8 frames. I said, well, I'll figure out something to do with it. So this is what I'm going to do with it. It's going to be on top of this nuke. So I'm going to call it my 8 frame. I'm going to call it my copper top nuke. And that'll be my resource hive. Now the frames I have in here, in this, is in case I need it for the bees, because they're gonna build up. It's July 30th, I think. Let's see. Let me look at that. Let me verify. Yeah, today is Tuesday, July 30th. So I'm not expecting them to really build comb. I don't have any deep drawn comb that I can find. So I'm going to look in one more place. I might have a couple. But in the meantime, I have one of those pink frames that was given away at the North American Honeybee Expo. I heavy waxed it myself. So I have that. I have a natural comb with a starter strip that's been waxed on the starter strip. This has horizontal wires. They go across. I have a black frame that's been waxed. I have another natural with a starter strip that's been waxed with vertical wires. So, and then I have one that's yellow deep that's been waxed, heavy waxed. So I'm gonna look in my pile, and if I see another, maybe a pre-drawn deep, I'll take it. And if not, then I don't know, I'll just stick this box on top and see what they do. When I got them, I put a quart jar, a feeding jar on them, and I just left them for that week. Even though they had stores, when we looked at the frames and put them in my box, they had stores, they had brood. The queen was walking around all happy. You can see the wind is blowing really bad. So I don't want to be in there long. I'm just going to get in, look at it, and try to get out as quick as possible. And I'm not going to look in the other two hives today. Maybe next week or a little bit later in the week. It'll be less breezy. All right, let me go take a quick peek inside that nuke and add this copper top to it. Okay, that was fairly simple. I checked the 5 frames. I left them as they are, except for the 1 frame I turned it around. Maybe they'll build comb on the other side to try to fill out the XL frame. I collected the wax that I scraped up. I'm gonna put this in my jar in there that I got so that I, you know, reconstitute this wax later. I'm gonna make some more 1-to-1 juice. There was some nectar in there, but it's not nectar, it was sugar water nectar, because I gave them this whole quart, they drank it all. So I got more, I'll fill it up and put it in there. What else was it? There was no beetles that I saw, so I didn't have to use my beetle sucker upper. And I did not add the deep frames on top. They just don't need that space. They don't need all of that. There was enough bees. We saw the queen. I hope you saw her. She's a green dotted queen. And then just waving at my neighbor back there. But anyway, so she's a green dotted queen. There was all stages of brood. I didn't really look close to see any eggs. I wasn't looking for them. I was just looking to make sure things were okay after about a week and a half of having that hive back there. So I want to thank my anonymous donor for those 3 frames. You saw the 3 frames. One of them was a shallow. The other 2 were deeps, or one was a medium, I should say, and the other 2 were deeps. Those were given to me, gifted to me. So I want to appreciate and I want to thank that person who shall, by his request, remain nameless. But you know who you are, and I'll see you next Thursday, right? Anyway, no, but yeah, so that's that. And I'll look into the other 2 hives here coming up in the future, but I just wanted to get that one. So that's going to be my resource nuke. Hopefully I'm going to winter it as it is. So anything I add to it, if they just fill up with sugar water, I don't care, because it's going to be for them over the winter. We do get a fall flow here in this area, but it doesn't usually start until September. So maybe I will, now this is not sponsored, but maybe I'll get some better comb deeps to have so that they can start storing immediately and they don't have to draw out any honeycomb. I'm going to look at that, and if I can just go order 10 of them, I'll order 10, and I'll put 4 or 5 in that medium box. And when I start feeding 2-to-1, they can put it up, and I'll leave that on over winter. But I'll know, and I'll mark it, and that'll be just sugar water, not for our consumption. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to close up shop. I'm going to I made these the other day. Someone said save your fuel, so I cut out some these were some champagne. My neighbor had a quinceañera, and they also had some champagne for the adults, so I took a couple of the corks because I don't consume alcohol, so I didn't have any. Now I have one, so I'll be able to conserve and save my smoker fuel. So, but I'll still let this sit outside. I'll hang it up here, and I'll let it sit outside till it goes out, gets cool. Then I'll put it in the storage shed, because you don't want to start a shed fire. Very important. So, all right, bee juice, and yeah, clean up. I need some new gloves. I think Sharon has some on to steal hers. So, anyway, all right. Thank y'all for watching. Keep on watching, and remember, have fun with your bees, because we're all beekeepers. Even if you don't have bees, you're a beekeeper. See y'all.